Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right, this is an incident that took place when my baby was, I think, just a year old. Okay. I stay in Samui, okay, Ko Samui, and there is a group, community page, Facebook community group, where all the members of Samui expats, they join, even locals if they want. So people share messages there, any important announcements or whatever. So one particular day, like if you want a electric man, or you want a plumber, or you have some issues, or you want a lawyer, or you have some doubts, people in this group, they ask. Almost, I think, 25,000 or 30,000 members are there. So, on one particular day, I had asked my wife to take a photograph of me holding the baby. So obviously, I was without a shirt and holding the baby. My baby was small, with diapers. And so we took a photograph. I'll see if I can find it. If I find it, I'll show you a screenshot of it. So I shared this in the group, and I just had a sense of gratitude. I just said, just grateful for, living here and being with my baby and, having a life. So it's, I'm just grateful for these blessings. So I just shared this. Now, obviously, there were people, wow, that's touching, that's loving, that's sweet, and that's nice. And, you just feel happy. One guy, I'll not focus on his nationality or whatever. So this particular gentleman, obviously from the West, because most of the people staying here are from the West. So this gentleman, what he said was, he typed over there. And I'm kind of paraphrasing, okay? Because eventually I deleted the post because there's too much of drama. So what he posted was, if I had a gun, this is what he said, if I had a gun, I would shoot this guy. Someone should kill him. I'm paraphrasing, but this was the gist of what he said. Someone should kill this guy. If I had a gun, I would shoot him or something like that. This baby is better off being an orphan rather than being with this man. So obviously I was like, what the hell? I don't know this guy. If he was my enemy or something, fine, I would have a backstory. I didn't know who this guy was. And obviously people read these comments, because when you like or when you comment and someone comments on top of that, you get a notification. Immediately there was a massive backlash. People are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And are you serious? Like, what's gone wrong with, and some people are saying, we need to call the police. And so one guy actually, what is your problem? Can you explain yourself? Why did you say this? And his response was, how can you ruin the life of an innocent child? He's talking about my baby. This man is satanic. He's talking about my tattoos looking evil. And he's saying, a person who is mentally and emotionally unstable like this is entrusted with the upbringing of a baby. Wouldn't he destroy the child? And as per the Bible, he was religious guy. As per the Bible, such, evil or something should be killed or something like that. So then Christians got in who actually, who are actually Christians. They're like, no, the Bible doesn't say this, love thy neighbor. And they started, and it went on and on. They said, how do you know he's evil, or how do you know he's bad? Then some people who knew me said, he doesn't smoke, FYI, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink, He doesn't go to clubs. He is doing his own work. And it went on and on until I was just looking at this escalating and all that. Finally, I deleted. I was like, we don't need this drama. Okay. So now, why am I sharing this with you? Why am I sharing? Is it to tell you that, see, there are bad people? That I'm sure you already know. But rather, I want to focus on something by playing the devil's advocate. Now, if you actually notice this guy, without even knowing me, he saw my appearance. He saw that I was tattooed and all that. And he saw this small little baby, and his immediate reaction was that this baby's life is going to spoil. Now, why did he feel this way? He felt this way because here you see a guy who is tattooed, which is not a very, it's not a normal thing. It's not like everyone tattoos their face and body and all that. It's to be honest, it's extreme. Okay. So that is number one. Second one is, this is not normal as per if you want to fit into society. You don't start tattooing your whole face and all that. You can't fit into society, which is obvious. Okay. And on top of this, you have the Hollywood narrative. The bad guy is always tattooed. The mafia member is always tattooed, which is true because Mexican gang members, Filipino gang members, American gang members, they have tattoos to show that they belong to a particular clan. Although tattoos have been used for religious, spiritual, or whatever, superstitious purposes, or part of the culture, like New Zealanders. But here, I didn't do it for any of this. I basically did it for attention. Okay. So now this guy has a point. Actually, to be honest, he has a point. In fact, you will be very surprised to know, sometimes when I see a lady or a guy who's heavily tattooed, I've seen some people who literally tattooed their face black, full black, no design, just black. And some have tattooed their eyeballs. Inside the eyes, just imagine the white. Oh, fuck. I was actually tempted to do that, but I'm glad I didn't. There's a lot of complications with that. Then some people have split their tongue in two, and then there are people who have made holes in their cheeks, and they've put piercings. And so there are individuals like this also who have done all this and have their own children or adopted children. In fact, the most controversial one that I've seen is this guy, this man, two men or something. They identify, no, one man who I'm just confused about that. Okay, anyway, it was a man who transitioned to become a woman. He got his balls chopped off and whatever. He takes injections to, suppress his testosterone release. And then obviously he wants breasts and all that. So he had this case where this baby, I don't know from where he got this baby. It's his or adopted or whatever. And the baby was, obviously baby thinks a breast with nipple, it thinks it has milk. So it was sucking. You can check. It was actually a controversial news. It was sucking on this man's chest. And obviously he doesn't have any milk. So he's like, oh, so cute and all that. And it was disgusting. For me, it was, seriously speaking, disgusting. Okay. So anyway, this is what is happening with our society today. These people who are like tattooed or have piercings. So now the question is, at what point does it become abnormal? At what point does it become dangerous for children? Because obviously, a normal human being would not tattoo their face and eyes and make holes in their body, cut their flesh. And at what point does it, from being normal, it becomes abnormal? In fact, there are people who do not have tattoos and ink, but they have surgery to make their breast bigger, some to make their ass bigger, some inject fat in it. In fact, yesterday, one of my friends sent me this Instagram video of this female with such a big, huge, fat ass, and she's twerking it, and her children are just there and they're laughing, ha ha ha. And at what point do you stop and say, this is disgusting and this is dirty or this is wrong? I mean, you're talking of, there are even prostitutes who work in bars as strip dancers, and their small daughters, they are with them, and they are teaching their daughter how to, pole dance. Pole dance, which is a sexual erotic industry. And obviously, in some countries which are poor, they teach even their children. They're grooming them to become sex. People who provide sex, prostitutes. So, at what point do you stop and say, okay, here is where we draw the line. This is where it becomes bad, or this kind of appearance is not accepted? My only answer to this is, there's no universal one size fits all. Okay, like two people might have tattoos, both of them fully tattooed. One might be a very caring, loving father, one might be a very abusive father. So then the argument goes out of the window. Tattooed parents can be good or bad. You can have people who don't have any tattoos, no ink, nothing, but one can abuse the child and one can be a good parent. My father, stepfather and mother, no tattoos, nothing, praying to God, but abused me. So what is the solution? The answer is simple. See, number one is where there are different categories or different cases. Now, here we are talking about my appearance being judged while holding a child. This is a separate issue. Now, for this, I can't blame him for assuming that I'm a mentally unstable, a bad guy, or evil person. Why? Because this doesn't fit in the norm of what looks normal. So I understand why he has this fear. But his response to that fear of the unknown, I'll take a gun and shoot you and kill you, and that is wrong. Okay. So I'm not saying the very fact that he assumed or judged, the word judge me as a bad parent is wrong. No. My appearance is such. I mean, if I see tomorrow a guy who has surgically put implants on his face with horns and his eyes are bloodshot red with tattoos and he has fangs and he has a baby in his arm, he has actually done it surgically and he has chopped 2 fingers and all that. Obviously, I'll feel that, fuck, there's something wrong with this guy and he shouldn't be a parent. So it is because of how they appear and look. We have to judge based on the data that we have or the information that we get of that person. But you cannot have a one size fits all. Just like anyone and everyone who doesn't have a tattoo is not a perfect human being. Same way. And also, see, in my case, I don't smoke, never have. Don't drink, never have. Alcohol. I don't go to clubs. I used to go to clubs, but I used to take my book to read. A nightclub, that's stupid, man. Read it below a light. There's all this weird stuff I have to do. So I don't go to socialize, and now I've stopped sleeping around. And so does that make me a good person? No, but I don't have bad habits. That's it. Okay. But then being a parent itself is a total different part of my life. I know there are some parents, some guys, girls, who take care of their daughter, their son in a nice way, but they smoke, drink, sleep around, do drugs, So anyway, the main gist of this entire talk that I want to give you is, I think you have to be prepared for being evaluated one way or another through your appearance, through your lifestyle, especially in a social media networked world. Don't expect everyone to understand you perfectly. Through communication, maybe you can inform people who you are or how you are. And then the next part comes, if someone has to hate you, they'll hate you no matter what. If someone has to like you, they'll like you no matter what. So end of the day, you should know who you are. You should know how to handle your image or your brand online. And last but not the least, you should know whom to ignore and who to pay attention to. So, like, I don't blame so many people who check my channel for the first time or see my face the first time. They always ask, what the fuck happened to your face? Oh my goodness, you know, are you mental? And some people can't believe. They're like, no, this is not real. Then I get these Christians and Muslims. Brother, you are satanic, you're Lucifer, you are this Satanist or something, you know. And like, you remember in my Facebook, I even had cops and immigration and childcare come to my house with the police and guns because someone told them that I was evil, you know, to that small little baby. Anyway. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you agree, disagree, whatever the case, I would be very interested to read your thoughts. Alright? Having said that, you guys take care. I'm going to sign off. Ciao.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.